Today, we are cracking the code on copywriting, and I mean the real code. This isn't about finding clever headlines or flowery language. We're going deep into the hidden strategy, the stuff that actually makes copy work. So get this. We all have those moments where our copy just flops. And what do? We blame our writing skills. But what if the problem isn't the writing at all? What if it's a fundamental mismatch with how your audience's brain is actually wired to receive information? That's the hidden layer we're peeling back today. So here's our game plan. Think of this as your initiation. We're going to start by shattering a huge myth about copywriting, and we'll end by revealing the real game that the absolute pros are playing. You ready? Let's jump in. Okay, first things first, we've got to talk about the biggest illusion in this whole industry. We're all taught to believe that better words, fancier phrases, that's what gets results. But honestly, that's a myth, and it holds so many people back. The real key isn't hiding in a thesaurus. Think about it like this. Most of us are trying to unlock a really important door, but we're fumbling around with the wrong key. We're so focused on the language key, polishing our words, but the lock itself? Well, it's built for a psychology key. When your copy fails, it's usually not a writing problem. It's a psychology problem. There's a mismatch. So if psychology is the key, then everything has to start with desire. But here's the secret. Desire isn't just about what people want. It's about the space, the gap between where they are right now and where they desperately want to be. And your job as a copywriter is to make that gap feel so real, so urgent that they can't stand it anymore. The real craft of copywriting is transforming a simple want into a burning need. See, now a want feels optional. It's something you can put off, right? But a need feels non-negotiable. It demands action now. And you create that feeling by turning up the volume on the pain of their current situation until it's just too loud to ignore. So how do you make that gap tangible? You paint two very clear pictures. You show them timeline number. One, the without timeline, where nothing changes and they stay stuck. Then you show them timeline number. Two, the with timeline, the amazing future your solution makes possible. That stark contrast creates this incredible tension, and your offer becomes the only logical way to resolve it. Okay, we've got the psychology down, but how does this actually apply to you? The secret to getting really good at this isn't about grinding harder. It's about aligning with your own natural strengths. So let's figure out which copywriting profile you might be. First up, we have the creator. Does the idea of a blank page excite you? Do you love coming up with totally new ideas and angles that nobody's ever thought of before? So you might just be an innovator, a creator, or maybe you're the mechanic. You don't necessarily need to invent the wheel, but you're a genius at making it better, faster, and more efficient. You love analyzing what works and building amazing systems and templates from it. You're the optimizer. Then we've got the star. For you, the power isn't just in the written word. It's in your voice, your personality, your charisma. You connect with people through storytelling, and your strength is building a powerful personal brand. And finally, the Lord. You're the strategist, the architect. You might not write every word yourself, but you see the entire big picture. You're the one directing the whole campaign, from the offer to the team to the overall vision. So which one feels like you? Knowing this is absolutely crucial. All right, now let's pull back the curtain on a secret structural element that I swear almost nobody talks about. High converting copy isn't just a long sales pitch. It has this hidden pivot point that builds massive trust and desire before you even ask for the sale. It's called the copy hinge. Look, here's what happens. Right after you've hooked them in the opening, you do something radical. You stop selling and you start teaching. You deliver a genuine aha moment, a piece of standalone value that actually helps them. This proves you know your stuff, and it makes them hungry for more. It completely changes the dynamic from you pushing a sale to them pulling for your solution. I hope you're ready for this because what we're about to cover is the biggest aha moment of them all. We've talked psychology. We've talked structure. But the real game, the game that the top 1% are playing, it's not about words at all. It's about economics. So I want you to really think about this for a second. What's more important for actually making money? A super high conversion rate or just having smart economics behind your offer? We get so obsessed with A/B testing headlines, but what if we're focused on the completely wrong thing? Now check this out. This is where it gets absolutely wild. You have two businesses. Business A has a 5% conversion rate. Amazing, right? Twice as good as Business B. But look at the profit. Business B is making so much more money. How is that even possible? Simple. They have smarter economics. They charge more. They have upsells. They focus on the lifetime value of a customer. Let that number sink in for a second. 775% more profit with half the conversion rate. This right here is the ultimate secret. The best copywriters aren't just writers. They are business strategists. They understand that tweaking the economics of an offer can have an astronomically bigger impact than tweaking a few words. So let's bring this all home. We've gone on a journey, right? We started with the illusion that it's all about words, moved into the psychology of what makes people tick, and now we've landed on the economics of a real business. This is the new reality. This is how you become a top tier copywriter. And if you take away only one thing from our time together today, please let it be this. The goal is not just to write better copy, the goal is to build a better business. The copy is just the tool you use to play the real game, and that game is economics. So I'll leave you with this one final question. After everything we've covered today, how do you see yourself now? Are you just a writer of words, or are you ready to become an architect of business growth? The choice and all the opportunity that comes with it is yours. Thanks for diving in with me.